killed you. He's only thrown for 370 yards in 3 career games against you guys, but it seems like when he needs to make a play, that's what happens. Like, is it important that you got to play 3 downs? It seems like, on 3rd down, you have him 3rd and 9, and he'll make a run or he'll make the short pass. What makes him so good, I guess?
He's a winner. He makes plays when he needs to. I mean, it's very similar to all the quarterbacks they've had there. When you go back and look at it, it's their offense that moves the chains, and Easton he has the capability of getting out of the pocket and beating you with his feet, and I think that's what makes him the most dangerous. Let alone running the offense. The offense is what you're trying to defend. When you apply Easton's stick to the offense, I think he adds the ability to get loose when you do have everything covered well, that he can get away. And even when you get a rush, he can get away. And I think that's what makes him dynamic and successful.
Seems like in years past, Coach, in this matchup with North Dakota State, controlling the clock, time of possession has been a big part of having success. Coming off of the running performance that your team had against Indiana State, like 260 yards rushing, how good do you feel about the ability to control the clock and be productive with your running game?
Oh, I felt good at Indiana State after the game was over. During the situation, you don't know what that control is or if it's going to happen again. So I think each game will play out differently. Granted, you would love to have time of possession in your favor, but if you watch North Dakota State, your opponent, they're number 1 in time of possession year after year after year. It's their system, and their system is such that they go to a huddle. They're very methodical in what they do, but the time of possession, they limit the number of plays your offense gets, and yet they're with the way they run the football and what they do on offense, they consume the clock as well. So the time of possession for them there's a reason your opponent is usually number 1. They're always in top 5, if not top 3 every year in time of possession since the beginning of football. So it's one of those things you got to deal with, and that's why time of possession for your offense is critical. So you're not out there in defense all day long.
Is it a typical North Dakota State defense again this year, or have you seen something that they're a little different? Or?
No, you could probably break them down like we did. I don't see a whole lot of difference. This is North Dakota State football. They're very successful at what they do, and I don't see a lot of changes. There's different players doing different things, but it's very much the same from what I've seen on film anyway.
With having Saturday off, did you sit and watch that SDSU North Dakota State game? Did you track it at all? Or
I did not watch that game. I knew I was going to get it on film, so I did not watch it in real time. And no, I did not. Did some other things that day, but did not watch that game.
Coach, I already asked you about the continuity that's started to develop on defense with your offensive line, especially in comparison to what happened last year. You've been able to run the same 5 starters out every game. What can you just say about that unit so far, and what seems to be a steady build for them as the season has gone along in terms of their production?
The defensive line? Offensive line? Oh, the offensive line is – I'm very pleased with the progress and the people we have on the offensive line. I thought to date we have progressed week to week. I think they were probably the ones that were developed the most during that camp series from when they walked in the door on August 1st to where they're at today. Even more so, go back to spring ball to where they're at today. I think they have made consistent, steady progression, and I see when I watch positions, I really watch for habits, and I see good habits in our O-line. I see consistent footwork. Errors are made, but I see them attempting to do the techniques that they work on every day in their individual as much as what they work on during our scout periods, because they're doing it the same way. And if they're doing it the same way, they're getting better. And then I can see the teaching, let's put it that way. So personnel-wise, I think Twait and Jackson Scott Brown are great leaders in the group. I think Ezra has taken the reins at the center and really took that to heart to make it his own. And he's a good connection with Twait and Jackson Scott Brown. Ellis, he's came so far. He's the young guy in the group. He's came so far, and he's progressed talent-wise each week that he's played. And then Spencer's gotten better each game that he's played. Because you got to remember, Ellis and Spencer, it was their experience is pretty lean compared to the other guys on the football team, and the right side has really came a long ways in comparison to the left side in the last 3 weeks. And that's just because they played a lot, and I see the consistency, but I see the communication is better, and the speed of play is better.
We also say you'll